All of this violence erupting after peaceful demonstrations over the death of Freddie Gray in police custody, who was laid to rest on Monday. His family has been calling for calm, and ABC's Steve Osunsami has that side of the story.
Freddie Gray's family says this is wrong. With their tears still fresh from his funeral, they were clear in their grief. He would have never wanted to see the city he loved burn.
I think the violence is wrong, and Freddie Gray wasn't no person for violence.
Gray's mother and father and his twin sister begged the thieves and young criminals to stop from the same church where just hours earlier they said a painful goodbye to their 25-year-old son in a service attended by thousands. Their calls for peace were lost in the Baltimore winds. A little more than an hour later, they were added in the streets.
We had a beautiful homegoing service, and to see that it turned into all this violence and destruction, I am really appalled.
Baltimore's leaders, many of them African American, demanding peace, but not getting it.
Is that this is our city, that we have to live here.
We will have order, and we will have peace.
This is the image they want more Americans to see. A black mother pulling her teenage son from the crowd of street thugs after spotting the young man on live TV.
Thanks to Steve for that one. We're bringing our senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas right now. And Pierre, we know now the National Guard coming into place, hoping for calm today, but there has been some criticism of Baltimore officials for not calling out the police and force fast enough.
Yes, good morning, George. There will be some Monday morning quarterbacking on whether they had enough officers out on patrol given Freddie Gray's funeral yesterday. Tensions were going to be high despite the calls for peace. Did the police move quickly enough to stop those stores from being looted? But they were clearly in a difficult position once people started throwing rocks and bricks. It was a dicey situation, George.
And this city has been facing some chronic problems.
George, thugs and misguided young people have hijacked what were largely peaceful protests, and there were some powerful forces at work. Baltimore's poverty rate is nearly double the national average, and it has chronic severe drug and crime issues that lead to violence. Between 2010 and 2013, the city had nearly 900 murders. Some of those years, roughly half those homicides did not get solved. And you throw in the fact that the police department has had a difficult relationship with the black community in that town, paying out millions due to allegations of misconduct and excessive force, and right now it's a witch's brew. Given what we're seeing, there's going to be tremendous pressure on the president and his new attorney general to engage publicly on this issue. Baltimore is only 40 miles from the nation's capital.
That's right. So far, they're calling it a local issue, but you're exactly right. The AG briefed the president yesterday. Pierre Thomas, thanks.